The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And we are in the Wicked Weed studio, wickedweedbrewing.com. Drink different. This is the Sportsocracy. I'm Tank Spencer, and he's Jeremy Greene, rolling through with our NFL draft prep. 7-round mock drafts, team by team, and of course, all picks of the NFL draft. You can hear our instant reactions live right here in the Sportsocracy all 3 days of the draft. Hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends as well. Tell them we covered their team too. Let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts. This is a team that is, I believe, on the verge of being a Super Bowl contender. I can't put them in Super Bowl contender category just yet. I have to see Carson Wentz first.
I can. I like Carson Wentz. I famously once said, if this was probably 3 years ago now, that if I was starting a team, I would start the team with Carson Wentz.
Yes.
I don't think Philadelphia gave him shit to work with. They gave him a turd sandwich around him, and then the first time that he grimaced it said turd sandwich, they shipped his ass out of town. Their loss is Indianapolis's gain. Mm-hmm. I think this team is ready-made to be a Super Bowl team. And again, we've talked about a lot of teams and who would be our favorite draft class. This is one of mine. This has three of my favorite players in this class in it, and not one of them is their first-round pick.
And the first-round pick at number 21 overall, Kwity Paye, the edge rusher out of Michigan. What is your big concern with Kwity Paye?
He's a freak of nature.
Yes, he is.
The problem is that his move is to run right through you. Mm-hmm. You know where that doesn't tend to work?
In the NFL.
The NFL. I feel like he's very raw for what he's going to be asked to do. I had a second-round grade on this guy. I think he's a freak of nature. He ran a sub-6'5" three-cone drill. That's wide receiver fast and shifty, and you know he's got a thick build. There was part of me that thought he could wind up on the interior. He's not much of an interior pass rusher though. Mm-hmm. Like he was bad at it, which is weird
fast for that, isn't he?
Not really, and that's where we get into this problem: is that I can't figure out exactly what it is he's supposed to be. Because he's a freak of nature, but he doesn't have the tools to be an outside guy immediately. Mm-hmm. So is he supposed to stand up? Is he supposed to I just don't know. There's a lot of raw talent, and I think in the right situation he can be I think he can be coached into being a very good pass rusher because I can't teach a guy to do the things he can do. Mm-hmm. Because they're subhuman. It's unbelievable to watch this guy move. That being said, I think he is going to take some work. He's not the ready-made pass rusher that you would necessarily want at 21. But there are a lot of people that think he's the best pass rusher in the class, and I happen to know that the Colts are one of those teams.
He did have a pass rush win rate of over 25%. That's pretty good.
Against Minnesota, Michigan State, Indiana, and Penn State. Mm-hmm. Feed me more things. You throw them up there, I'll happily, and I'll do your favorite sport and knock that shit against that wall over there. I don't dislike the guy. I just think he's going to take a lot more work. I think my grade on him is markedly lower than what other people's are, and that tends to be where I start getting called a hater. Oh, you're a hater. You just don't like the guy. Mm-hmm. No, I like the guy just fine. I just wouldn't take him at 21. I would rather have Greg Rousseau.
As would I. I believe as would I. But I do Kwity Paye, he has a lot to like. Running back speed is pretty good to have in a frame that's 6'4", 265?
270.
270. 4.5 speed. That's rare to find in a human that big. Second round, at number 54 overall, Liam Eichenberg, tackle out of Notre Dame.
Hey, you know one of the things that I really love with second-day picks? When I know exactly what the fuck they're going to be in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I don't have to project them. I don't have to try to figure out what scheme you fit into. I don't care. Liam Eichenberg is a tackle in the NFL, and I can tell you damn near exactly what kind of tackle he's going to be.
Okay.
I might miss on the high side. I'm not going to miss on the low side. He's a 10-year starter in the NFL. Sam Cosmi and Liam Eichenberg, I look at them the exact same way. Eichenberg has some tape where, yes, scheme did tend to, or length did tend to screw with him a little bit. Mm-hmm. Unless he got 6'6", 300 pounds. And he would theoretically have Quentin Nelson right beside him. So I think that would be just fine. I think he's a left tackle in the league. little, got some hand issues, needs to really learn how to use his hands independently. Not great at that. And he's just an average athlete. But I think we worry too much about the dancing bear at left tackle and don't worry enough about, can you block anybody? Because Liam Eichenberg can. Yeah. And some of these other guys that, there's 6'19" and 394,000 pounds, and they can run a 4.7. Cool. They couldn't block me. So that's a problem. Liam Eichenberg can. Second-round pick would be a great second-round pick for the Indianapolis Colts.
Colts do not have a third-round pick. Their fourth-round pick comes at 127 overall. And Dax Milne, wide receiver out of BYU, catching a lot of balls from Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I watched a lot of this guy as I was falling in love with my new little JETS boyfriend, Zach Wilson. And I just so happened to fall in love with his little boyfriend, Dax Milne. I like this guy a lot. This is a dude that I'm telling you straight up, this is a big boy route runner. His feet are good. The balance is good. I mean, I could talk about this guy's tape all friggin' day long. I like this kid. If he was 6'3", he'd be a second-round pick. He's not crazy fast, but he's just a guy that's going to get friggin' open, and he's not afraid to take a hit, and he can run a route, and he can just do all the things. And where's my damn button? Give me my button. Love Dax Milne.
How did he not make the 6 to midnight team? Because I
hadn't watched enough Zach Wilson at that point. But damn it, if I'd done a episode 2 6 to midnight team, I like me some Dax Milne.
I think I just heard it hit the desk. Holy shit.
It ain't big enough to hit the desk. It's barely big enough to hit the chair I'm sitting in.
Whoa. In the 5th round, let's talk about Diamador Lenore. Diamador Lenore, cornerback out of Oregon.
I think a lot of people are looking at this guy the wrong way. He's been very popular in the pre-draft process. There's been a lot of teams that talk to this guy. Great tackler. A lot of downhill, very solidly built, can really lay the hammer for a guy that was a corner. He's not a corner. He's safety. He's a safety slot corner hybrid. I don't know which one he's going to stick at. If he was 6'1", I would say he's a safety definitively. He's 5'11". He kind of reminds me of Brian Poole, to be honest with you. He just does everything really, really well. And that's a piece that I think the Colts will be able to use. I think you're going to be able to move him around. You're going to have to keep him away from the fact that he's not crazy athletic. And not being crazy athletic and not being crazy long can be a problem. So you're going to have to keep him away from certain kinds of receivers, but I think he has a spot in this league. I know there are a ton of teams that are interested in this guy. Differing degrees, some see him as a slot, some see him as a safety, but I can tell you there's a lot of interest, and Indianapolis would be lucky to get him right here in the 5th round.
All right, at number 206, in the 6th round, edge rusher out of Florida State, Joshua Kendo. This is a guy that apparently infuriated Mr. Seminole here.
He did. He did, because the good is dumb good. I mean, it's stupid good. He had a game against Carolina where he was a man possessed. Very good pass rusher, very long, 6'7", 265. The high end is as good as any pass rusher in this class. The problem is that I didn't see it enough. He's got very long arms. The amount of bend that this guy gets around a corner is stupid. I mean, it looks like it defies gravity. And then you have the problem of he's not on the field enough. He gets hurt. There's constantly my toenails hurt, or the hair on my forehead is inflamed, or whatever it was with this guy. But God, the high side is so good. And I just look at him and I go, in the right scenario, you would be so good. And he should be dominant against the run, but he's not. Situational pass rusher exclusively. Can he be developed into more than that? Absolutely. Do I think he will? No, not really. Because he pissed me off for a real long time as a Florida State fan.
In the 7th round, 248 overall, Cole Van Lanen. This is a tackle, listed as a tackle. Is he a tackle? He's not a tackle. He's going to be a guard out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's thin-framed for a tackle. There's just limited length. There's too many physical shortcomings for me. He stays really square in pass protection, which in the NFL is that is a ready-made solution for you to get your ass handed to you on a daily basis. Now, that being said, I think he can be a valuable swing tackle. If you use him as that sixth guy on the line in the run game to spring, what's that running back's name? Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Where did he play again?
Wisconsin.
Oh, he went to Wisconsin with this guy, who he's recorded saying he loved running behind. Weird how I did that. That's shit. That was lucky.
It's amazing.
That was lucky. Yeah, there's really nothing to his tape. Soft anchor. There's not a lot when it comes to, getting him in stance and he could have a guy engaged. Everything looks hunky dunky, and he gets his doors blown off, and it's inexplicable. But now I think as a guard or a swing tackle, he has a role in this league, and he would be a value pick this late for the Colts and would be just another addition to the line. Add a little depth, increase your ability to run, acquiesce your star running back, all of the things. And everybody can hug themselves and just say, we're so damn happy to be a Colt.
I think one guy is super happy to be a Colt right now, and it's Carson Wentz, because he no doubt ended up on the better team. And here you go.
Yeah.
It is balls to the wall. There are threats in the AFC.
Yeah, if you ever want to know how quickly life can turn around, just realize that Carson Wentz woke up one day as a member of the Philadelphia Eagles who did not want him, would give him no weapons, and would not protect him. And that night he went to bed a member of the Indianapolis Colts. And that, my friends, is progress, and that should give us all hope. No matter where you do, what you do, or where you work, or what your life looks like right now, you might just wake up in the morning and shit be all hunky-dunky like Carson Wentz did.
We will be following all of the picks here in the Sportsocracy all throughout the draft. All 3 days, we will be live. Each and every pick, each and every hour, all 3 days. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Sportsocracy. Share it with your friends as well. Get all your draft prep here, team by team. 7-round mock drafts, Indianapolis Colts. The future looks very, very bright. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time.
Underdog.